Everybody, welcome back to another episode of FSI DFS Truck NASCAR Pick Show. I'm your host, MegaRuler31. Another quick video here. I know it's another tight window. Hopefully they get the Xfinity race in, but truck race coming up around 4 or so. So I want to get this banged out to you so you have some time to help build your lineups. Didn't do as much research like stat wise for Xfinity because I didn't think we really needed for truck because we did have practice, we did have qualifying. They are Texas, it's a standalone race. A unique thing about this is some people don't have their normal spotters because they use like Cup or Xfinity because usually they're double up at the track. So I don't think that's going to really come into play too much for most of these drivers. I think the main ones here are going to have some good people working with them. And pit stops, they don't have their normal pit crews, some of them, because again, they double up. So it's there's no live pitting, so they can only pit for like tires and fuel during like stage breaks and cautions and things like that, and like preset times. So nobody loses or gains time on pit road because they kind of like if you watch the race when they did like the dirt race in Iowa or wherever that one was, or a couple of these ones, and Xfinity will do it two every so often. They'll just a real pit, they'll change, and then they'll restart the race. So again, pit road's really not a factor here. So what I have here is I did take their practice placement and took the differential between where they qualified. Tyler Hill and Caden Honeycutt had too much damage in practice, so they will not be racing. So, I mean, that made Spencer Boyd an absolute smash play here because he's going to at least finish 34th. So, you know, if we pull up the bonuses here for a 34th place finish, he at least gets 7 points. So that's his absolute floor. Cannot lose anything. Starts with a 7 right out the gate at 5,000. That's a great play. So a couple data points I did pull is I did pull their Texas 22 stats, Las Vegas 23, comparable track that they've raced this year. Their track style average from different tracks that are very similar, and their history at Texas, if there is some, and it's the guys that you see like 40th, they have no data, and 100% DNF just completely ignore those ones, didn't have a chance to black it out. So starting at the top, Nick Sanchez looked really good in qualifying, not bad in practice either. Second in Atlanta, so that's the only data point from like the track style average here besides like Las Vegas. So he's had a really good run. You know, I still have his GPP up here just because just looking at his average running position at Las Vegas, I wasn't super impressed. So I think I trust Jack Woods in the Kyle Busch truck a little bit more. So I think, you know, if I'm playing a guy up top for early lap leader, I think I'm going with Woods. But we've seen Sanchez be really fast, and you could go out and dominate till the first competition caution that they're probably going to have. And if I believe they'll have one because of like being a unique track and a standalone there. But even if they don't, you know, I still think that Jack would. Plus, you got Majeski up here in third, who I think is very strong. Second fastest in practice, you know, fourth overall, 10th average finish position. Lots of good things here. So Majeski could get past these young guys and lead and dominate this race. So I think you can start with any three of these in your lineup, but I think my favorite is Jack Woods. Is some pretty cheap investment. I think Majeski's a sound one too. Koyheim up here, sixth in practice, not bad, seventh overall. So I think he's definitely a top 5 truck. But I think more of a GPP just with the pricing. If I'm paying up, I'm paying for Majeski, not Heim. Hocevar, again, 13th in practice, did a little bit better in qualifying. Numbers are decent too, so if you want to play him in cash, I like that also. Eckes, I think, was number 1 in practice. I think he's got the best numbers. So if you do want to pick a 10K guy, I think Eckes is probably the best out of these ones here. So I'd go Eckes, Majeski, and then probably Wood, Sanchez, Hocevar, Heim, if I have the pick. Stuart Friesen, Ankrum, Garcia. Again, I think any of these ones up here, I just look at their practice, and obviously they qualify better in practice. So does the practice speed mean anything? Did they make the adjustments needed? Not sure. So that's why I have him as GPP. Ben Rhodes, I think he can play as a cash play here. Looked really good at Texas last year, looked good at Las Vegas. Track average is not spectacular at 15th, but he's starting 10th, and I think there's definitely some upside here. Tanner Gray, I'll have as a GPP. He's 5th in practice, but I look at his track averages, and they're not anywhere close to Ben Rhodes. I know you're saving $2,000 here, but I don't think I'm going to be on this. Holmes, I think, starting way too far forward. Did not look really good at Las Vegas. I know he's got 15th overall finish on like 16th for track average. So, I mean, that's only losing a little bit, 14th. So, it seems that he should finish around where he starts, but I don't necessarily trust him as a driver. So, especially a small team here. But I mean, it could be advantage because he probably has a normal pit crew and probably has the normal the spotter and everything. So you take that in consideration. Enfinger, Purdy, Kruth, I think all these are strong plays. All of them were top 10 in practice. Kruth just is a rookie, so he hasn't had as much experience here in truck. Might have run in Xfinity here, but didn't have a chance to look that up because I want to get this video out. So, but I think any of these ones are viable if you want to get some like place differential, depending on what price point fits in your lineup. I think these are all safe plays here. Thompson and Taylor Gray, I think they're GPP plays. I like the price point on Dean here, 11th, so I have definitely some upside there. But Zane Smith, I'm definitely locking as a prime play here. I know he's 20th in practice, 18th here, but this guy is not a 20th place truck. Look at Texas, did really, really well there in 22. Las Vegas did well. Track style average has the best one with probably the most data besides Eckes. And I know his track finishes like 15th, but I'm just completely writing it off. Doesn't have a DNF here. Even if it's 15th, that gives you place differential points. I think he's definitely where I'm starting my lineup here is locking in Zane Smith. Lawless Allen, I think he play cash, especially at 55. I know his numbers look like they're in the 30s, but I think he can definitely be better than that. Dye, still rookie. Here at 7K, not a ton of data, 22, finish where he starts, fine with that. But GPP, I'd rather take Crafton behind him for 2,000 more in cash. I know that's a little bit steep, and I think Crafton will be very popular here. Tons of experience, 8 overall finishing position, 9th for the track style, 10th and 12th in related races and average running position. So, and 12th in practice. So lots of upside here. Chad Chastain, still young in the series, trying to figure things out. So unknown commodity with potential, 26. Chris Wright, Colby Howard, Haley Deegan, I think are all GPP plays here. Looks like their practice speed is right around where they qualified. Their average finish, Deegan has the best one at 20th, so I think she'll probably be the most popular one here. Right, then Howard, I think would be how I rank them. Some more GPPs here, guys that like this whole stretch here: Vargas, Massey, Mills, Rayum, Hutch, McGee. If somebody pops out at you, that's fine. I think maybe Rayum in this A&M racing truck is probably the best one. Although like it looks like he raced like 3 races here and had 2 DNFs. But then again, it could have been the equipment and not necessarily him. If he was racing for it with a Rayum truck, they're not as good as like probably this A&M racing one. So, and then looking down, I think Amarnie Williams, I did not realize he was in the Glory to God truck. Well, I think if you look at it, really can't go backwards too far because the 2 guys that aren't out in the race, so he can't finish any further back than like 34th. So I think at 48, if you're trying to get all these like great plays up top in, then definitely somebody you can play. DiVenedetto, love this. He's not a 33rd place truck. Struggled in qualifying, looked great in practice, 10th overall average. So I think you can definitely lock him in. So starting with Smith and DiBenedetto, and like I said, Spencer Boyd, it's a smash play here. So I put those in, probably throw in Armani Williams, and then I look for the guys up top, whoever I want, to fill the lineup. You see the 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 cash options I gave you to round out your lineup. And I think, if you want to go a little different, like sprinkle the GPP plays, but I think pretty plain and simple, you start with those three, you throw in Williams as another value play, and then you can pretty much finish off with two 10K guys. I'm not doing the math in my head here. So if you don't need Williams, then maybe you can move up to like Lawless Allen, or depending on how much you have left, the cash range. I think Caruth is the next cheapest one that you have, or Jack Woods at 71 is even cheaper than him. So that's definitely the way to build. So I want to get this video done here. Hopefully that helps. Always hit me up at Megaroller31 on Twitter, or leave questions in the chat below. I'll be back tonight with the Cup video. So thanks for watching. If these videos help you, as always, please like, subscribe to our channel, and share with your friends. If you want more information on FSI DFS, all the information is in the video bio. So you can go there and sign up, get in our Discord. So appreciate you watching as always. I'm going to get off the air here so I can get this produced and out to you. So good luck in your contest today, and I will see you next time.